all, it's Rosie Napravnik, and I'm out here galloping Bruce. This is Bruce, isn't he gorgeous? First thing that we're going to start with is your bridge. So it's kind of, I'm imagining that it'd be hard to picture it without seeing it. So if I'm going to start, I'll start with my reins just normal. The first thing I'm going to do is take my left thumb, and I do this left. You could do it either way, but I do it right over left. So I'm going to take my left thumb off the rein here, and I'm going to place the slack end of my right rein into my fingers, and then close all of my fingers around both reins there. And then I'm just going to take my right fingers, open them, and close them all around the slack end of the left rein. So now I have both reins in both hands, and this is a double bridge. You'll notice I only have maybe a couple of inches between my hands. You don't want to have a big loop like this. My reins don't really allow for that, the length that they are, but that's one common thing is I see people want to be like here. No need for that loop. It's just going to get in your way. So when you make your bridge, and like I said, you can do this with either side, but I'm going to open my left, place the slack of my right rein in there, close all my fingers around, and then just close all my fingers around on the right rein over both the slack of the left rein and the right rein as well. So that's my bridge. Really important, when you put your hands down on your horse's neck, you're going to use this part of your knuckle, which would be the part that you would punch a punching bag. Good boy, Bruce. So as I'm holding my bridge and I get out of my saddle, my hands are going to come down on Bruce's neck with my knuckles down on his neck, and my wrists are really straight. So what I see some people do is they want to do this and be here. You don't want to do that as risk to, if your horse bobbled or something, you could really hurt yourself that way. So my wrists are like all but locked here straight, and my knuckles are down on his neck. Now you'll notice with the rest of my position, one of the things that I commonly see is people wanting to gallop like this, okay, more like a hunter position with, like a curve in the small of your back. This is going to get you really, really tired. So you're going to lift your heels a little and balance a little bit more on the balls of your feet. So my feet are almost parallel to the ground, and I'm bouncing a little bit more on the balls of my feet. My knees are really pretty straight. So if I go back to this, if I go back to the hunter position, my knees are more bent. I come up onto the balls of my feet, and my knees are straighter. Notice how much air is between my butt and the saddle. You really want to be able to get out of your saddle and off your horse's back. So let's say I'm just galloping, long gallop in between fences on cross country. I might be here, but then I'm going to go down a hill, or I'm going to set up for a fence. I'm going to transform my body into kind of a C shape. So my pelvis is going to rotate under and toward my hand, which stays right where it is. And my shoulders sort of come up, and there's I'm really rounding my back. So if it makes sense to you, it's kind of the shape of a C. So as I'm going downhill, coming toward a fence, I'm going to come into my C position, which this is going to change your horse's entire balance. And then you can even come all the way gradually, slowly, lightly into your saddle, into a full seat, and separate your bridge. Now you're coming to a skinny, or your horse is wiggling. You're on a green horse and they're kind of looking. You widen your reins, send them on right through the tunnel. Land from the fence, never sit in my saddle. So as you land, you're going to ride away from your fence, and you're going to come back here to your double bridge, and you're up out of your saddle, and you're relieving your horse of using his hind end so that he can save it for the jumping part. Hope this helps, guys. Get out and do your trot sets, do your gallop sets if you guys are at that level. Practice doing trot sets, standing up out of your saddle for as long as you can. It's really going to help your strength, especially if you're thinking about doing one of the lower level 3-day events. Super fun. Or if you're up at the higher levels and really letting your horses gallop. One more thing that I forgot to mention, as I'm in my gallop position, maybe I've come away from a fence, so I'm landing butts still out of the saddle, and then I want to ask my horse to move on. I'm going to just open my knee, And see, he already he's responding well with going forward. So that's really the cue. And as you open your knee too, your heel can come closer, your toes will come a little bit out, your heel will come closer. And so if you need more leg, if you need more encouragement, you're going to be right there. But I found that getting out of the horse's way is the easiest way to let them move most efficiently. So anyway, hope this helps. Happy galloping.